It's Sunday, November 12th. I just got back from LA. I was giving a talk and was at the Ty Lopez real estate and personal brand event. And I gave a talk on what I call land and brand. All right. Nowadays, there's so many real estate people. Real estate is like the easiest industry to get into. It's pretty insane. It creates the most millionaires. That's a pretty trendy topic out there. And what you're finding is that in some markets, real estate agents, brokers, the land space as well is becoming oversaturated. But the problem is that a lot of these real estate professionals, real estate people are coming into the market, but they don't have any idea what they're doing on social media, with their branding, with their sales, marketing, none of that. So this is something that I'm fascinated by. I'm gonna be talking a lot about in the upcoming, in the near future, is what I call land and brand. And it doesn't just apply to land. This is what I gave my talk on in Los Angeles. It doesn't just apply to land, it applies mostly to any industry, but mostly to real estate. If you're a real estate professional, you gotta have some sort of personal brand, all right? Like me on YouTube and all my other social medias and posting these videos every week, doing like these biographical updates on myself and my journey in my land business. But you know, whatever it is that you do, you got to be posting at least something on social media. You got to be in front of the camera at least a little bit. Okay, it doesn't need to be a lot, but it needs to be a little bit. Too many real estate professionals out there hiding behind the camera, behind like their logo, and people just don't relate to that, right? They want to connect with you. They want to connect with a person. They want to know that you're not a scam. They want to know that I'm not a scam when I'm selling a course, when I'm selling a piece of land, whatever it is. So you can't be afraid to get behind the camera. It doesn't need to be major, right? So land and brand, that's what I'm calling it. And I'm also fascinated right now by the fact that, you know, I go to these conferences and these meetups and events. I like to go, you know, at least 5 times a year to different events. And I'm always learning something new. It's like, this was not even a land event or even a real estate event, so to speak, but there's always real estate professionals, there's always marketing and social media people at every single event, private money people. It's like, I get asked all the time. I got someone asking me here recently, how do I find private money guys or girls to help me with my land deals and fund them and, you know, help me with my projects, whatever. It's like, well, are you going to local meetups? Are you going to events? Are you networking? Are you reaching out to people? Facebook groups? You could just go to Facebook search bar and search groups, private money lending, private money investing. You'll be surprised by what you find. But the point is what I see with real estate professionals especially is they don't go to events. They don't go to conferences. They don't network. They like do 1 or 2 deals and they get so cocky, they literally think they made it. It's pretty funny. They do like, you know, a handful of land deals. The next thing you know, they're teaching people, or, you know, they stop asking all questions. They stop asking and watching other people's stuff. It's like, even me, I'm watching all the other land coaches, real estate coaches, all of your big time guys, like, you know, your Grant Cardones, your Ty Lopez's, your Hermosis, Bradley's. Like, I'm watching all their stuff, brainstorming, learning. You can never stop learning, right? I mean, that's the quickest way to fail, and you know, is to get cocky and think that you did a deal or two in real estate and that you've made it. Because the only thing that is certain, especially in real estate and today's economy, is change. And things are going to keep changing. You're going to have to keep adapting, and you're going to have to keep learning. You're not going to be able to make it and build your business and do more and more deals by just sitting on your butt thinking that you're the master and you don't have anything to learn. So whether it's me or whoever else, you got to be watching the free YouTube content, buying courses, but mainly going to events. Events are awesome. I had a few key takeaways from this event. Ty talked a lot about ChatGPT and AI, you know, a lot of personality stuff and just marketing and psychology. You know, I'm excited to learn more about AI and how I can implement that in my business. I got a free brainstorms, and I met a guy at the event who gave me a key takeaway for my personal coaching and courses and all the branding and stuff I'm doing, kind of just my pricing and structure and my business. I was like, man, I never thought about that before. It took me going to an event, listening to one guy, just talking to him at lunch and networking. And he's like, man, you know, I know so-and-so, they're doing it this way. And I'm like, well, why don't I try doing it that way? So you're gonna be surprised at what you learn when you go to these things. You can't be afraid to pay to play. That's what a lot of people say, is it takes money to make money. You need to pay to play in a lot of cases, and you're gonna get you're gonna get out of it what you put into it, right? If you go there willing to learn and network and ask a few questions, you're gonna learn a bunch. So never be too cocky, too good in the real estate industry after you've done a few deals. And you got to start building some sort of personal brand. Just doing a video like this, even if it's once a month behind the camera. And this week I'm excited because we're back out at Cornudas. We're finishing up the kitchen in the cafe, and I'm starting sales on my plat, which I talked about last week, which is on the ground over there in my office, for these 2-acre lots in Midland County. So if we can start rolling those off, I can really start to attack my next big project. I want to get sales really pumping on this one and get some stuff sold off, lower my inventory a little bit before I go lock down the next one officially. So big week coming up, holidays coming up. It's important to push into the holidays. It was Veterans Day weekend here. You should have been running Veterans Day sales on this weekend. You should be running holiday sales on the weekends and holidays coming up. Thanksgiving's coming up, Black Friday sales, Christmas is coming up, holiday sales, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, sales, and pushing forward as you go into the New Year's. Don't slow down, keep the momentum up, and I'm gonna make it a good week and push really hard into the end of the year and into the next year.